purpose of any government is to serve the interest of the people. Understanding the need to meet the need of the ordinary Guyanese, the Government of Guyana, through the Office of the Minister of State, the Honorable Joseph Harmon, has over the past months launched a program to take government to the people. On this episode of Government in Action, we explore this true illustration of government in action with the Meet the Public Day initiative and how residents across the country have benefited as a result. The Public Day Forum is an initiative of the Ministry of the Presidency. It was launched in December last year and aims to take government services to the various regions so that residents can air their concerns and have key issues which are affecting them in their communities addressed. The idea of taking the government to the people was a promise that was made by President David Granger even before he assumed office. At the first Public Day Forum, which was held at the Square of the Revolution last December, more than 300 persons attended the event with the need to address several burning issues. At that event, President David Granger told the gathering that it is the government's responsibility to look after the people and that this initiative seeks to solve their problems.
What we're doing here today is what we promised to do last year and the year before. That is bring government to the people. We want to solve your problems. We don't have a lot of money. You know the situation that we found in sugar. You know the situation we found in the borders. You know the situation we found in the city. You know the situation that we found in the economy. So what we're trying to do is solve the problems affecting individuals. We're not trying to upset the ministerial system or the government system, but we are bringing government to the people by finding out what your needs are and helping you to solve those problems.
The plan for the Public Day initiative is for it to be taken to communities throughout Guyana. Each forum consists of representatives from various ministries as well as subject ministers. Members of the public are then given the opportunity to meet with these officials to discuss and solve their issues. So far, the initiative has been hosted in the Pomeroon-Supinam region, Lethem in the Upper Takatu Upper Essequibo region, the East Berbice-Corentyne region, and Linden in the Upper Demerara Berbice region. Minister Harmon said that this government reflects the change that the people voted for. As a result, it was imperative that the residents be given the ease of accessing government officials to solve their problems. Such a move would therefore forego the problem of transportation and other obstacles that residents, especially those in far outlying regions, may face.
This is not just a meet the people. It is an exercise in dealing with issues which affect you as citizens. And what we have done, we have actually brought the government out here. So all of the arms of government, the ministries of government, the various departments of government which have anything at all to do with your welfare, with the quality of life which you live in this community, we've all brought them here so that they can listen to you and they can make decisions here. It's not just about listening because the decision makers are here, and we expect that once you come to them and there are issues which affect you, that they will be able to make decisions here on the ground.
At each instance, problems faced by the communities usually took similar form, as many of these communities are close-knit. In the Pomeroon-Supinam region, while many issues concern personal matters surrounding birth certificates, pension with the National Insurance Scheme and passports, the bulk of concerns surrounding matters affecting rice farmers, since rice is the main source of income for residents in that region. But following consultations with government officials, residents were pleased by the responses they received.
The people are very satisfied, and as you can see with the turnout here, they want to meet with people. They don't want ministers of government to be in boardrooms and ministries' offices and give directives to them. They like when people come here and are interacting with them and knowing firsthand what are the issues, problems and concerns in the region. So this is a very welcome exercise, and we hope that over the years it would continue.
I am so glad for this initiative here. And I am glad if they can do this more often so that the people who are less fortunate financially would be able to get their matters solved.
In Lethem, the Public Day initiative included visits by Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu, Minister Harman, and other officials over a 2-day period. At this event, the Prime Minister announced that the government also had plans to develop the hinterland region, including the paving of the Lethem-Linden Highway. He also mentioned government's intention to make Lethem into an industrial zone so as to increase economic activity in the region and to invite more investors to Guyana. The Prime Minister noted that this is all part of bringing the same development that is occurring on the coast to the communities in the hinterland, since the indigenous peoples are an important part of Guyana's patrimony.
Every road, every bridge, every school, every health hut, toilets, providing shoes for children, bicycles, buses, boats, providing a hot meal, providing books. All these are important for the communities of our indigenous peoples because for too long they have been treated as the children of the forest, neglected and almost forgotten. It will not be so anymore.
Meanwhile, upon meeting with members of the ministerial team, residents aired their concerns about housing and access to land and were able to get some reprieve in this regard.
Last year, May, I paid for a lot of land, which over which there was a doubt because I paid the cost of the land was 300,000. I paid 150. So I came here to clarify the doubt I had because the amount of that 300,000, I didn't think that corresponded to the size of the land. So they just clarified that doubt and they reduced that 300,000 to 150, for which I'm very grateful.
When the initiative was taken to the East Berbice quarantine region in April, residents had already begun to look forward to what was referred to as the mobile government. At that event, Minister of Citizenship, Mr. Winston Felix, announced that his ministry will be working to decentralize services such as the issuance of passports and birth certificates.
It is the President's wish that in these tongues that we provide services. So they simply should not be named tongues, but the work in these tongues, the government work in these tongues, should be so organized and administered that it makes the life of people much easier to cope with the day-to-day issues.
This announcement, in addition to the residents gaining the opportunity to resolve other issues affecting them, was met with much positive response as well.
I feel comfortable, I feeling good because for all the years, right, we were in this mess. If we want a passport, we got to spend about $6,000 to get to Georgetown. 2 o'clock in the morning, we got to wake up for travel for get a passport. When we reach there now, we got to wait till 1 o'clock. But now, I feel comfortable. We could get our passport, we could get our birth certificate, we could get everything in our area.
Very wonderful. I am happy that they are doing a wonderful job visiting people, look after their problems, whatever issue. I'm happy.
Most recently, the mobile government found its way to Linden, where residents expressed their concerns mostly about housing, land titling, and sport. Minister Harman said that he was very pleased with the turnout and was eager to address the matters that concerned the people.
We recognize that sometimes it is very difficult for citizens to actually get from their homes to a government office in Georgetown. We recognize sometimes that in the regions themselves where some services are provided, that there's a lack of capacity. And so when we bring people out like this, it really gives them an opportunity to sit eyeball to eyeball with the citizens of this country.
In response to the event, many residents expressed relief that Linden had received such attention, as the concerns of persons in that community have been ignored for quite some time.
I think it is good, because, lots of people got issues. I can tell you this, lots of people here got issues. It's difficult for some people to go to Georgetown to meet the ministers and so on. It's good that the ministers, are coming here to meet the people. I think it's very good, and people will be satisfied, they will get results.
It's a very good event because at least presently I don't have money to go to town. And yes, and seeing that it come here, I had all the opportunity to discuss my issues and everything.
The Lindeners also iterated that they have for quite some time felt forgotten. Minister Harman said that the sentiment is one which has been heard and that such events become all the more important so as to ensure that their needs are also met.
There is some merit in some of the complaints that the persons have made. Because when you listen to the complaints that they make, when you actually go around, you see the documents that they provide to you, you recognize that there are persons who have not been given the quality of government or public service for many, many, many years. And so they have a right to feel that they were neglected. But this government, we are going to bring the government to the people. We're going to take on board the problems which they have. Because this is what we were elected to do. There's no more part of this country that should feel neglected, because we're going to touch on every part of this country to make sure that the people understand and the people get a feeling that their government is working for them.
The event in Linden also made way for the announcement that persons will, within the coming days, be able to renew their passports without having to travel to Georgetown, as the government aims to decentralize passport-related services. The next Public Day Forum is scheduled to be hosted in the Essequibo Islands West Demerara region, as the government continues to push its agenda to bring the good life to all Guyanese. This is Jasmine Payne. Thank you for joining us.